Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we bring you an eye-opening update about something that has shocked many South Africans. Reports suggest that a group of Pakistani foreigners have allegedly been using fake South African IDs to secure loans from local banks. This is raising serious questions about our banking system, home affairs, and how easy it may be for fraudsters to slip through the cracks. Please watch until the end so you can see the sources and try to verify the news for yourself. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates on issues that affect us as South Africans. Now, let's dive straight into it. The issue of fake IDs is not new in South Africa, but when it is tied to people allegedly taking advantage of the system to access loans, it becomes even more worrying. Think about it for a moment. Our own citizens often struggle to qualify for loans, sometimes being declined for small amounts despite having proper documents and history, yet reports are surfacing of foreigners allegedly walking away with loans worth thousands or even millions, all thanks to fake identification documents. This kind of news is not only frustrating but also highlights a deep problem in the system. If someone with a fraudulent ID is able to walk into a bank, submit paperwork, and leave with an approved loan, it makes you wonder about the security checks in place. South African citizens are asking, where is the accountability? How does Home Affairs allow fake IDs to slip through? And how are banks verifying the identity of their clients? These are real questions that need real answers, because the longer these loopholes exist, the more vulnerable our economy becomes. The reports claim that these fake IDs are so well designed that at times they pass through the system without raising suspicion. In some cases, people allegedly use them to apply for loans, credit cards, and even to register businesses. Imagine the scale of the potential damage if this is not addressed quickly. It is not just a matter of loans that might never be repaid, but also the fact that local banks and the government lose revenue, and in the end, ordinary South Africans bear the cost through higher fees, tighter lending rules, and less trust in financial institutions. To understand how serious this is, let's picture a small business owner in Johannesburg who applies for a loan to expand her spaza shop. She goes through all the requirements, presents real documents, has proof of residence, and even a tax number, yet the bank tells her to wait or denies her loan. Meanwhile, someone with a fake ID is allegedly securing money that is not theirs to begin with. This situation paints a very painful picture of how some South Africans feel left behind while others, using dishonest means, seem to get ahead. Now, it's important to stress that not every foreign national is involved in such activities. Many foreigners are in South Africa legally, working hard, running businesses, and contributing positively to the economy. But the problem comes when a small group abuses the system and creates a bad name for others. Unfortunately, these stories make communities suspicious of all foreigners, and that can lead to tensions that nobody wants. Law enforcement agencies have reportedly been alerted, and investigations are said to be underway. Authorities are looking at whether there are insiders at Home Affairs or banks helping to push these fake IDs through. Because let's be honest, for something of this scale to succeed, it usually means someone inside the system is turning a blind eye or is being paid off. Corruption remains a major concern, and without strict action, South Africans will continue to feel that their institutions are failing them. This case also sparks a conversation about technology and security. With the level of digital advancement today, it should not be possible for fake IDs to pass undetected. Some experts have suggested that banks and government departments should strengthen biometric systems, like fingerprint or facial recognition checks, to catch fraud early. If you've ever stood in a Home Affairs queue, you'll know it takes forever just to get your real ID. Now imagine people are able to get fake ones approved in half the time. It really makes you shake your head. Another thing to consider is the long-term impact. If loans are granted under false identities, who is going to pay them back? The bank won't fine the person because the ID was fake in the first place. This leaves the institution at a loss, which then trickles down to ordinary South Africans. Banks might increase their interest rates, cut down on giving loans to people who actually need them, or demand tougher requirements that make it even harder for citizens to access credit. So, at the end of the day, the ones who suffer are the honest people who just want a fair chance. South Africans on social media have been reacting strongly, with many saying that this is just another example of how the system is being abused. Some are angry at the government for failing to secure ID processes, while others are frustrated with banks for not detecting fraud sooner. And then there are those who point out that corruption is the root cause, because fake IDs should not even exist if Home Affairs was functioning properly. It's important to remember, though, that these are still allegations, and investigations are ongoing. Nothing has been fully proven yet, but the fact that this has even surfaced shows us there's a problem that cannot be ignored. Citizens want to know that the government takes this seriously, that banks step up their game, and that those who exploit loopholes are caught and dealt with harshly. Now let's just take a moment to breathe. South Africa has faced many challenges, and every time we think we've seen it all, another case pops up that makes us question what's happening in the country. On the lighter side though, if fraudsters can get loans with fake IDs, maybe some of us should apply with our childhood nicknames. Imagine a bank teller calling out, "Loan approved for Babyface Mackay's" or "approved for Queen Boo from Soweto." At least then the fraud might give us a good laugh, but sadly, this is no laughing matter when billions of rand are at stake. So, as South Africans, we need to keep our eyes open, ask questions, and hold institutions accountable. This country belongs to all who live in it, but that does not mean it should be a playground for fraud. Banks must protect their clients, Home Affairs must protect the identity of citizens, and law enforcement must take action to safeguard the nation from criminal networks. Before we wrap up, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to the channel for more news and discussions that matter to South Africans. Your support helps us grow and continue to bring you verified, thought-provoking content. All images used in this article are for illustration purposes only. Sources: Times Live, The Citizen, Southern Live.